Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Nō runga I te aroha o ngā tūpuna koerere atu rā I raro I ngā parirau o te kaihanga. Tēnei e mihi atu nei. Tō tika ki te mana whenua kia ngai I te rua hiki hiki te mihi tonu. Nā koutou te kuaha o te whare manaki I huaki mai mō tātou, mō tēnei te kēmu whaiti, mō tēnei te whakataitai poiuka āmotu mana kōhine I raro I te tau te kau mā iwa, mō tēnei tau e rua mano, e rua te kau mā rima, nō reira koutou mā, are mai, whakapiri mai ki tēnei te mihi atu kia koutou katoa tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou katoa.
No mai haere mai, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the Softball New Zealand presentation of the 2024-2025 Under-19 Softball Championship for Girls here at Surrey Park in Invercargill, where we've got an exciting game after 3 days of competition on Diamond 2 with the first qualifiers, Hutt Valley in their green and gold, taking on Auckland, powerhouse Auckland, who were the fourth qualifiers coming in. And they're in their traditional blue and white uniforms. Kia ora, I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. I'll be your play-by-play commentator in this one. Joining me in commentary will be Naitana Tane, who will be the te reo for us today. Welcome along, Naitana. So good to have you along with us.
Tēnā koe, Gary.
Beautiful introduction for us. Thank you very much. And I've also got Rachel Newton alongside me to do the colour commentary, and it's so good to have you along also, a real privilege.
Thank you and welcome everybody out there into a brisk Invercargill evening.
Brisk to say the least of it, but we do have a little bit of watery sunshine right now. For those of you that are just joining us in our coverage, it has been a coolish day with a little bit of bad weather this morning. The game has got underway, and we see the lead-off hitter for Hutt Valley just flies one out to second base to become the first out of the innings. And their lead-off hitter was Ivani Gibson. Ivani, very well-performed lead-out hitter for Hutt Valley. She's on the batting stats, and that is the first out in the game. That's how quick things get underway here. And just while we get a quick minute, I'll just quickly run through that batting order for Hutt Valley. Their lead-off, as you just heard, was Ivani Gibson, followed by Bailey Simons. Maggie Shields, Angela Harrison comes in the 4 spot. Ngā Tangi Hou Nuku comes in at number 5. Jada Walters Rangatihi comes in, followed by Megan Stokes. Dakota Simons. Bella Coxon comes in to round out the order for Hutt Valley. Rachel, we should have an extremely exciting game on our hands here. Of course, there's a lot on the line for both these teams, but mostly for probably Hutt Valley to start with. Direct entry into that grand final for one of these teams.
Yes, definitely, and Hutt Valley are up to their 4th game of the day, so they've really had to put in the hard work to maintain that unbeaten record, which they've had all tournament so far.
Yep, there's a nice job done by the third base out there for Auckland, which is Ava Prescott. Fires one across the diamond for the second out here in the game. Yeah, it's a big game. It's a semi-final game. So there's a grand final on the line for one of these teams, and that will be played at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So don't miss that one when it comes along, ladies and gentlemen. There's been plenty of exciting action for everybody here in Invercargill, right in the heart of Southland. Beautiful region. Everybody should visit, especially if you want to come and watch some nice softball. Don't you agree, Nathan?
Ai rā, tikara, ko taka ne whihi po a mō mirihiki nei, ana he wāhi pai, he wāhi manaki.
Here's the pitch this time is hit out to centre field. That's gone right through to the fence, and the Hutt Valley hitter's going to turn one, go past two. She's going to earn herself a stand-up triple. And it's Hutt Valley who are putting early pressure on in this ball game. Nice hit there, Rachel.
Yes, there's a nice hit to the outfield there, and great speed around the bases too.
Driven hard by Maggie Shields. Been around the Hutt Valley scene for a few years now. I've seen her come through the grades. She's going to be replaced by number 19, Angela Harrison.
Nice change up there for a strike.
Pulls the strings on that one. That's the pitcher out there for Auckland as Sian Masters will quickly run through the defensive lineup just while she's about to do this pitch. We'll just let her rear back on this one. Throws one into the dirt. Not taken advantage of. I think it actually hit the batter, that one. So she goes down to first base, Angela Harrison on hit pitch. Catching for Auckland, Clover Alapaki at first base is Lexi Albert Matthews. Corey Batts at second base. In the hot corner is Ava Prescott. Tiana Graham at shortstop. Jessie Jackson at left field. Ella Mafu Poi at centre field. Elise Harold Fussy at right field. And that's the defensive lineup for Auckland very quickly as we see number 1, Natangi Ho Nuku into bat for Hutt Valley. Rachel, you've seen a few games in the tournament. How's your view of the tournament as it's been so far? You see a nice hit, we'll just get that one. And that's a good way to lead you into the answer to that question as the innings comes to an end.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, seen some great softball so far.
Excellent.
Some great pitching, great batting, a lot of very good coaching. Looking forward to see a bit more as we get to the business end.
Absolutely, we're right on the business end now, and there's no score after the top of the first innings. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ono mai ki tamariki ha.
Mai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koiko! Savada. Tanuchu. Te Pānakuana. Island of Mystery. Wongana. Tuhura. Ono mai ki tamariki ha. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the bottom of the first innings, and no score after Hutt Valley came in and went 3 up and 3 down. On now 4 up and 3 down. But we're just quickly going to run you through the orders in reverse. Of course, now Auckland coming out the bat. We'll take you through their order. Ava Prescott's going to be their leadoff. Lexi Albert Matthews in second spot. Rihanna Hill, Tiana Graham, Clover Alapaki, Jessie Jackson, Sian Masters, Elise Harold Fussy, and rounding out their order at the bottom of the order, Ala Mafu Poi. Defensively for Hutt Valley, we'll start at right field. Maggie Shields, centre field, Matangi Ho Nuku, left field, Bella Coxon, shortstop, Ivani Gibson. In the hot corner, it's Jada Walters, Rangitihi, second base, Megan Stokes, Angela Harrison at first base, Bailey Simons doing the pitching to behind the dish, Saphira Schultz doing the catching. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, Hutt Valley versus Auckland. Two powerhouses of our softball here in New Zealand. Proud histories, both teams, and they've got a long history of going hard at each other in all competitions. Wouldn't you agree, Rachel?
Yes, and definitely had a few battles over the years with them ourselves. Yeah, the old upset, I'd like to add, but generally very, very tough competition and always raised their game. every time we had to compete against them.
Both Rachel and Naitana, locals here in Southland. Naitana, your iwi, however, hails from the far north.
Ai, kia ora rā, he uri no rāhiri, engari kua whanau mai au I konei, kua tipu mai au kanei, I raro I te maru o ngai tahu waitaha, me mihi ka tika kia koutou rā, e mātakitake mai ana. You're born and raised here, but bones from the Northland, Gary, but have been well looked after here, as you would expect to be in the beautiful, very rich Southland.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he introduced us to the crew here at doing the broadcast here by bringing in some lovely kaimoana, which Adrian Royal managed to hog, but we won't go into that just yet. But we'll get back to what's important, and that's the softball out there on the diamond as we see a walk to the lead-off hitter. Ava Prescott picks one there. Now, just a little bit of background. Hutt Valley have just come over to this game from a very intense game against North Harbour to decide the fate of North Harbour, actually. Hutt Valley were already guaranteed first spot, which I believe you saw a little bit of that, Rachel. That must have been a great game to watch.
Yes, it was. Very good. North Harbour definitely were there right to the end, collecting up 4 runs in the 7th inning, so putting the heat back on the Hutt Valley, but Hutt Valley managing to get through in the end. Very good game, very good game.
Well, when you think about it, I mean, Hutt Valley, you might look like an easy run through the draw because they're unbeaten, but so possibly a game with that much pressure on them might have actually done them some good.
Yeah, quite possibly, and going straight into this one too.
Yeah.
Momentum will be with them.
Tērā kua pā te tiki e te kaipao, engari kua puta.
Nice job there done by the Lexi Albert Matthews to drop a sacrifice bunt and move the runner to 2. Just some good softball out there.
Kai rawe.
1 down, up to bat, number 30, Rihanna Hill. Auckland, by contrast, have come through and it was almost a calculation for them to get the 4 spot in the end between them, Manawatu and North Harbour. But North Harbour went out by dint of that loss to Hutt Valley. So they really have come through the hard way with wins and losses.
Yes, they have. In day one, their tournament didn't start too well with three like close losses, but have managed to rally back again and managed to get the spot in the semi-finals, which I'm sure they will make the most of.
Yeah, absolutely. And at Rihanna Hill, who pop flies at third base, nice catch there by Jada Walters, Rangitihi. And she's going to be replaced by Tiana Graham, number 8 for Auckland, to come into bat with 2 down here in the bottom of the first innings. Well, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have had some fun and games with the weather. All of these games we're watching on Diamond 2, the previous broadcast game and this one, were supposed to be on Diamond 1, which is, we'll call it a work in progress at the moment, but it did suffer from the overnight rain we had. I am told it's going to be in pristine condition for tomorrow's finals, so looking forward to that. We're going to have full faith in the Southland weather, aren't we?
Ai rā, okay. Ka tiaki mai whanga rangi āpopo nei mo te whainga toa. Tino hi kakahau mo tēnā. A me te ki anō hoki, ko tēnei te tima o Tāmaki Makaurau, he āhua tau, āhua nū, ka tai ki ngā whai ti tēnā ka oho mai te tani whā. I think this Auckland's a slow start, but if you awaken that beast, the team is going to have to watch out for Auckland.
That's a very good point, and Rachel will know, and she's already alluded to. Auckland may start slow, but it's in many respects, it's almost like poking a stick at the monster. Oh. If you awaken it, it can jump up and bite you.
No. Yes, and you always got to be aware of that, don't you? Yeah. It's when you least expect it. That's when they come running at you, and you have to react. That's all you got to do is react. Not panic, just react.
No. 2 balls, 2 strikes on number 8, Tiana Graham, here in the bottom of the first innings as she gets ready to face another ball.
Ka piu tōna rā ko engari, ka hari kua titiki.
And there we go.
Ka puta. No.
Called out on the 3rd strike there. And there's a nice job done by Bailey Simons on that one to the end of the innings. No score in the ball game as we've got 1 complete. We'll head into the 2nd innings in just a minute with more action here from Southland.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ona mai ki Tamariki Ha.
Ai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. It's free. Koiko! Savannah. The new tune. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Bungana. Tuhura. Ona mai ki Tamariki Ha. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the heart of Southland, Invercargill, Surrey Park, watching Auckland take on Hutt Valley here at the National Under-19 Softball Championship. Currently no score in this ball game. We've really just got underway. We're in that period, Rachel, where both teams just seem to be sort of feeling each other out and getting the lay of the land, so to speak.
Yes, and there's probably those semi-final nerves going into that first innings, but I'm sure they'll all be well settled down by now. Got that first innings underway and no score, so...
He piki whara whiu tēnā, piki whara hahau.
No balls, 2 strikes. Just looking at the battery out there, Sian Masters, Clover Alapaki. Seems like they know each other very well, have a good understanding. And in the games that I've seen her pitch, she's been quite impressive.
Yes, and she appears to have quite a few pitches in her repertoire too.
Yep.
So having a catcher that you've worked with for quite some time
Definitely.
really helps there.
They really do build up their understanding of each other, don't they? It's almost ESP-like at times.
Yes, and it helps when you're... it helps definitely when, as a pitcher, when you're in a hole, that your catcher knows you and they know how to pull you out of that. They know what to call, get straight back, get you back into that positive.
Well, that's right. I mean, if you called something maybe and you haven't done it well, like you allude to, you can always go back to the pitch the catcher knows that you do throw well.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 54, Megan Stokes up to bat for Hutt Valley. All of these Hutt Valley girls have played to a very high level, and I couldn't tell you exactly which, but I'd say at least half the team have played junior White Sox level. So Auckland, I'm told, are a young squad for Auckland, so may not have reached their peak at this age grade yet, but several of the players you'll probably see again next week at the Under-17 tournament. So maybe their time might be next year, and I say that tongue-in-cheek because, you know, Auckland are always good enough to beat you on any given day. And Hutt Valley are going to have to be on their game to beat them in this game.
Ai, te kata hei. Ko te āhua nei, te hanga tai ohi tonu nei te kai rākau. Some of these girls do look still like they're well under 19. Engari, ko nā pūkina ke, te take. It is their skills.
As we get a little bit older, you know, everyone around you starts looking a bit young.
Oh, te katoa nei.
But yeah, no, you're right. I have been impressed by the level of the tournament so far this week. We arrived here on Friday, and I got to spend most of Friday watching the tournament. Nice out taken by the pitcher there, fires it across the first base for the second out in the innings.
It's like any sport though, isn't it? It's on the day, whether you're the underdog or the hot favourites, you've still got to bring your game.
Well, we've been around many diamonds over the years, haven't we, Rachel? And
Many.
we know we are involved in a sport where anything can happen, and it's not until that last pitch is thrown that things are really decided.
Exactly. It's never over till it actually is.
Yep.
Pai anō hoki o koutou kōrero e pāna te piri mahi tahi. Te kaipa, te kaimau, te tima katoa. Working as one.
Yeah. I mean, softball in this country is a grassroots sport. You know, there's no money in it. Everyone does it for the love of it. It's a whānau sport. And that's why I love it. You know, and I've been involved most of my life.
Kia ora mai Katsuka.
Yes, and you'll find your local clubs, your local provinces are all one great bigger families, and it spreads beyond the softball.
Yeah.
It spreads across your whole life, and kids growing up, and
Yep. Take what they learn off the diamond.
yep. And next thing you know, those kids are coaching their kids, and, you know, and then there's grandkids.
In my case, I'm coaching my grandkids.
Yeah.
There's a swing there this time, and Dakota Simons will beat her up for that when she possibly should have got a bit of contact. She's in their lineup as the DP. Comes in at number 8, but she's a very accomplished batter. And also, I believe, the youngest player in the team. I don't know how old she is, but that would make her pretty young, I would think. And there we go. She's fired out at first after the drop third strike. 3 down now. Here we are in the top of the second inning. Still no score. We'll head to the bottom in just a minute after when we come back with more action. Hold on.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the score's different.
The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken.
Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are now. We're into the bottom of the second innings. Hutt Valley taking on Auckland for the right to play in tomorrow's grand final here at the 2024-25 Under-19 Softball Championship. Surrey Park is where we're at, and the weather has cleared nicely in the last 10 or 15 minutes when it was threatening and cold. It's a little bit warmer. Enjoying standing out here, standing outside here, bringing you the commentary on a very nice evening with Rachel and Naitana. No score in the ball game, and we're up to number 19. It is for Auckland, and I haven't changed my piece of paper. Clover Alapaki out there doing the batting. Oh, and she's just done injury to her coach. And Robbie Cardwell takes one in the hand there. Should have had a glove on his hand, Robbie.
Yes, she actually connected with that very well, and
went
also
like a bullet.
It did.
Yep.
Yep. He didn't have much chance of getting out of the way of that one.
So I'm going to say there.
Ko tōna māro, kei tapa I te matua.
Clover is packing a punch in that bat.
Ka pai, mena ka puta ki te whira, me o mātu, and get on to first plate.
Nice job of fielding by the coach there. He managed to get enough on it to stop the ball from going all the way to the fence.
If she manages to get herself on base, I'm sure all will be forgiven. And,
especially he gets to have a chat to him if she gets around to third base.
Yeah, it won't hurt anymore.
Oh, nā pai. Oh, ka te pui hapa nei.
Pop fly back to the commentary position for a foul. Bit of a battle going on out there now between the batter and the pitcher. Pitcher for Hutt Valley, Bailey Simons, I believe is off to college following this tournament in the United States.
Hawaii. Oh, pai tana pao. Fiate, ana, ka puta.
Nice pick up by the shortstop to fire it across the first base. Good softball.
Ai, pai te whiua te tū tata. A very nice throw from shortstop.
Yes, and as the years have gone on, there's been more and more opportunities for the young ones overseas, playing in the States and Italy and other places. And it's just great for the development of New Zealand softball.
Yeah, it's quite plain that the pathway to playing at a higher level has become, you know, that college division over in the United States for a lot of our young girls. The softball game in a lot of the countries around the world is at a much higher level than what they're able to get here. So, export the talent and then bring it back to us.
Nah.
Yes, and what they learn over there, not only for themselves, they can bring back and pass that on.
Tēnā pēr no ka whāngai mai nā koe nei. Ka whangai atu ki tai ao i o rātou, pukene o rātou ki te ngā no hoki. I think it's probably fair to say that a lot of these girls will be sharing their knowledge and experience with the rest of the world.
Yeah,
Ko toka ne whakahihi nei. Yeah, I'm very proud of what New Zealand has accomplished with softball as a small nation. Tuku te mihi tonu atu ki ngā kaipau, ki a koutua no hoki e whakanui te kēmu. And also to have this coverage going out.
Number 5, Jesse Jackson it was. He just popped one into shallow left field.
Oh, pai te tuki.
Got herself a safe hit. There's
Tino
a
te
bunt.
uma.
It's laid down nicely. And the runner's gone all the way round. That ball's gone loose. She's gotten up on third base. She's heading home.
Ka tai ki te papakainga, ko tahi mo tāma ki makaurau.
Here we go. Auckland taking advantage of a couple of errors by the Hutt Valley infield there. A couple of uncharacteristic errors to score a run. 1-0.
Wa whawhi I wainga I te chaimana I te parei tuatahi. They just looked a little bit involved with each other, trying to figure out who's going to catch the ball.
Rachel, I think a little bit there, they got caught chasing the runner.
Yes, they did, and that's the pressure of base running, isn't it? You know, put the pressure on, force the throw. If things aren't quite on the button, that's what happens. So Auckland take the lead.
Ko te tumanako katou te mauri o te awakairangi. Just hoping the Hutt Valley can settle down. E nā wari noa. Ko mau te poro I te rohe hapa. So catch of the foul ball. And a ka mutu te huri pao.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 to Auckland here now with 2 innings complete. We'll head to the top of the third in just a minute to find out what Hutt Valley can do in reply.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Learn Purako. Explore Te Taiao. Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're back on deck, and what an exciting second innings we had. It was Auckland who managed to take advantage of an error out there and some great base running to go ahead in this ball game by 1-0. Rachel, you probably know as much as a lot of us that, you know, in games that are this tight, sometimes those are the sort of breaks you need to go your way.
Yes, and you have those games where the breaks do go your way, and you've got to make the most of them, because the opportunity might not come again in the game. So you don't want to be...
Pai te pao o te kairako, ka tai ki te tahi. Haumaru te tū.
Nice hit up the middle there, taken out at the centre field by Bella Coxon. Hutt Valley now with none out. They've got a runner in motion at first base. They go back to the top of their order.
It's a good response from Hutt Valley, getting their lead off on.
Number 22, Varney Gibson. Be fair to say Hutt Valley have had the hot bats throughout the tournament. They've got several of their batters who just feature on the stats there. You've got Varney Gibson, who's in the box right now. Rachel, she's batting 6'11". I mean, that's ridiculous. That's so high.
Yes, it is so high, and she's only third on the list.
Yeah,
there's two girls batting a lot. Got bigger averages than that, so it just goes to show the quality of the bats.
There we go. This time another one straight up the middle to centre field. That's just good batting. They now have runners at 1 and 2, and that is Hutt Valley off and running in this one. Bailey Simons up to bat, number 5. Although we may get a pinch because Craig Simons just come to talk to the batter. That might give us an opportunity for Rachel just to update us on the outer diamond.
Yes, we've just had an update for the other semi-final going on at the moment between second-placed Canterbury and third-placed Counties, and Counties are currently up 4-2 after 3 innings.
Nice job, Counties up. Like we talked about it just in between innings there, the possibility of the two underdogs, well, call them the underdogs, the lower qualifying teams being into the grand final. Too early days to pick that yet, though. Hutt Valley now, that conference was to choose to change the runner. And so we've got, I think it's number 26, gone out there to do the running, which is... or maybe number 46. We'll get a number off here shortly. There it is. I don't think it was either of those. But as soon as I get a good look at it, we'll let you know who the pinch runner is. Suffice it to say, Hutt Valley got a pinch runner out at 2.
Let's just say there's some wheels out there.
Yeah. Well, the coaching staff for Hutt Valley, the vastly experienced Craig Simons, the head coach, and of course, for those who know Hutt Valley softball, Siobhan Landeros has been there for probably half a decade or more now. She brought her skill from America and plies her trade in Hutt Valley now and beyond with the NFC team. Oh, there's a nice pop and a catch.
Aye. Nā te kai tūtika. Covering some great distance on the inside of the diamond, they're reading that play well.
Nice job. That'll bring to bat number 17, Maggie Shields.
Yes, good moving by the third base. She knew what was on. She was on to it.
Aroha mai, te pai toru.
Well, yeah, I mean, she read that play perfectly, and that's just an indication of some real good coaching, really. That's gone on either, throughout her career or even recently with the coaches she's got there with Auckland.
Me te miha no hoki kina kai tākoro I tēnei wahanga o te rangi. Muru mai I ngā keimu maha. I ngā rā e toru. It's just great to see that there's still full noise even after some fierce couple of days of competition, including a big day today.
Well, it's been a huge day today. I mean, we've already mentioned a couple of times the weather and then, of course, the shuffling around of diamonds that Southland Softball, to their credit, have had to do to get today's full program involved. We're up to game, I think it's 45. I mean, despite the weather, Southland Softball has managed to keep the tournament ticking, so to speak, and get everything played that needed to be played.
Ai, skatai, me mihi ki nā kai tiaki o te whenua nei. The groundsmen are doing a superb job of keeping this thing alive. Tēnā koe, Gary.
Absolutely. Without those guys throughout the country, where would our sport be? Obviously, most of them, pretty much all of them, are volunteers.
Nā. E kia nei, ko te amorangi kumoa, ko te hāpai o Kimuri, nei? Yeah, these superstars can come out to the front, knowing that everything has been done to make this as successful as it is. Ka pāo te poro ki te rohi hapa. Just a wee foul hit there from
number 17, Maggie Shields.
Maggie Shields, kārawe.
Yes, and just also on the weather there, down in the deep south, we'd never let the weather get in our way of anything. We just battle through it, and
you guys are so modest.
We always find a way.
To compliment you all the way.
Well, you have to be versatile when you're down here.
Yeah.
There's always a plan B.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, there's plan C.
There's a nice hit. It's going to go out the right. She hasn't taken it. And they're going to move the runner from 2 to 3. She turned. Loaded bases for Hutt Valley, ladies and gentlemen. It's just gotten very interesting again.
Ko te āhua nei.
And one of the things that makes it extremely interesting is Angela Harrison's appears on the, well, put it this way, she has been hitting very well for this team. She's in the 4 spot, so she's going to be a power hitter.
Ooh. Tēnā ka whiu tētahi poi hapa e te kaepa. Ka rata te tima o te awa kairangi ki te hoki ki te papakainga ngari kao.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Loaded bases for Hutt Valley here in the third innings. There's a swing by Harrison. That's going to score the runner. And they're going to hold up. And there we go, just like that, in the blink of an eye. Hutt Valley back on even terms, 1-1.
That was a nice piece through the infield. Just a nice, flat, hard hit.
Probably Rachel did exactly what her coach asked her to do.
Yes, I'd imagine so.
Tēnā pe koe te take ko pēnei nāna statistics ne.
Yeah.
Nā te tauranga, kia nei, such good batting stats don't just get written up.
Yeah, we talked about the batting stats and how high they were, but there's two girls playing out on the outer diamond. One's got Kaya Ratu's got a batting average of 833 for Canterbury, and Penny Star for County Manukau, 625. So I bet you they're having fun with the bat out there as well. Anyway, that's just some good softball by Hutt Valley in this one, Angela Harrison.
No ha.
And yeah, this time is another shot out there. And it's Matangi Honuku who gets the job done. Ends herself an RBI and brings the runner home.
And that's just another nice, hard, flat hit.
You can't do much.
Through the infield. No.
Can't do much about good batting.
No. And that's all you need, isn't it? Just those nice, solid singles.
Ka pai ko nā kaioma kei te pūrei tahi, te pūrei toru. Ko mits te papa kati me ki. So loaded bases are done with 1-on-1 and runner on 3.
Runners in the corners. And there's a little pop fly. This one's going to go down to the shortstop to be comfortably taken. And that is number 35, Jada Walters Langitihi. You might want to have that one back, but she becomes the second out.
And that may just relieve a little bit of pressure for Auckland.
Nice pitch on the outside of the plate. Good comeback by the Auckland pitcher out there, Sian Masters.
Ngā wari taha kai mana.
She's been very impressive through the tournament, but Hutt Valley are really putting the heat on there.
Ai da. Aho koko tēnā, ko te aho te tīmau tamai makaurau, e tino tau, e mauri tau ana rātou. So, despite what's going on, Auckland is still keeping their composure.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's early days and still plenty of bats to come for Auckland.
She pulls the strings on that one, gets herself a nice strike. That was a great change-up. Seems to have good control of that pitch.
Ai, ko ia te kai epa minanga me ki, change-ups, pitcher, no tōna pai.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and if you can hear that engine droning away in the background there, ladies and gentlemen, as we see a nice foul ball out to the third base, that is the ground staff we just talked about, working very hard to get that number 1 diamond ready for tomorrow. So we're not going to mind that happening.
Ai, ko tātou chief Kaitaki, Russell, the weight of the world on his shoulders, and here he is.
Yep. It's funny, you get a bit of pressure, and these guys are walking around, they're looking a bit grumpy, but they are working hard and getting the job done.
I won't be surprised if Rush had his tent up out the back and he'll be staying overnight just to keep an eye on things.
Nice.
Maybe about midnight, give it another round in the motorbike.
Well, they'll probably look a bit happier after that last pitch is thrown after the grand final at 11 o'clock tomorrow, so... There's a fly ball out to centre field, and that is taken, and that will end the innings for Hutt Valley. But they have done the job in this one where they have taken the score out to 3-1 over Auckland. It's all on Auckland in the next inning or two to see if they can reply. We'll see what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're into the bottom of the third innings now, and it's Hutt Valley who replied to that one run by Auckland by putting an enormous amount of pressure and gaining 3 runs themselves. They now lead this ball game by 3 runs to 1 over Auckland, and we're only in the third innings. The first stanzas have been fired at each other, Rachel. Advantage Hutt Valley at this stage. Is that how you've seen it so far in the ball game?
Yes, that was a very good team batting performance there by Hutt Valley to strike right back. Like you say, early days yet, but Hutt Valley looking very consistent through their batting order.
It's Auckland will be at the bottom of their order. Ala Mafupoi, who will lead off for them. Comes in the 9 spot before they go back to the top of the order. And number 13, Ava Prescott, will come in. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third innings. It's a nice inside pitch by Bailey Simons. I don't think she was she's a little bit mystified there, but it's the Blues, the other team out there, that have got the decision on that one. And I'll just quickly let you know who they are. At home plate, we've got Sam Miku doing the calling. Out at first base, Scott Lawrence. And out at third, we've got the vastly experienced Jill Farquhar.
A nice strikeout there. Good at bat, making her pitch right to the full count.
That's discipline, isn't it? And
yes.
that's what the batting lineup, especially early in the ball game, want to do. They want to take the pitcher deep into counts, don't they?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. The more the pitcher throws, the longer the game's going to be for her.
Ai rā. Ko te tahi pui hapan. Nana. A ball from her there.
You know, it's probably not a good thing, but to point out. But a batting side probably likes nothing better than seeing a pitcher walking back to the dugout. It's almost a small victory in terms of that. If it's because of good batting,
yes.
Sometimes it's a tactical decision by coaches.
Yes.
Tēnā nā te tere o te whiu o te pōro. Kei raro rā. Just a wee bit low there, but a lot of speed on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've pointed out before, we are in Southland. It's 8:05 at night, so don't be fooled though. This is the land of the eternal sunset, and it's going to be light enough to play softball until about 10 o'clock. So,
and the sun's coming out.
And the sun's coming out again, yeah. Nice hard swing.
Ai rā. Ki te rohe hapa. Just a foul hit there. Pai te umere a Tāmaki makaura ki a hāpai ana ki a tautoko ana ki te kai pāo. I like the noise Tāmaki's making to support their batsmen, their batters out there. Pai rā.
It's interesting because, that sometimes they try and outdo each other, but Hutt Valley are very well known for the noise that comes out of their dugouts. So good on Auckland for getting in on a bit of that as well.
Te whakataitai anō. There's a whole nother level of competition going on in there. Hey.
Then we see another full count with the pitcher taking the strikeout. So good battle. Good battles going on here in the box.
You'd have to say at the moment it's advantage Bailey Simons. She has been taken deep into counts, but she's responded by striking both batters out.
Yes, she has.
That sort of discipline in the box, Rachel, but though that pays dividends later on in the game, doesn't it?
It does. And as a pitcher, when a batter is very picky, or they've got not so picky, but when they've got a very good eye, they're just waiting for that one pitch, that's their pitch. And as a pitcher, you want to work it out. You want to work it out what they want.
You're right. You see it with batters, and sometimes they'll let a good strike go because that's not their pitch.
No.
And that's an indication at times that batting is in control.
Yes, yes. And sometimes too, as a pitcher, they leave a good pitch, and you think to themselves, are they just having me on? Do they want me to throw another one of those?
Yeah, yeah.
And next thing, boom.
Games within games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nā, koina te tino pai o tēnei momo. I think it's something that the game of softball does allow.
Absolutely. Pai. Hey, a little bit of chess going on out there.
Yeah.
It's not just the players doing it. I mean, the coaches are out there as well, making decisions, affecting things.
Kei wahora tērā few, just a wee bit on the outside there.
You know, sometimes small adjustments in a game can pay big dividends, and there's one right there. We'll call that Lexi Albert Matthews picking the walk, winning that battle this time. Bringing to bat, number 30, Rihanna Hill for Auckland. Auckland now with a glimmer of an opportunity with 2 out, looking for a 2-out rally. Nice strike thrown there by Bailey Simons.
Ai rā, ko tōna ui ngā me ki. It's just probably finding out what the bat's, just what we were talking about, what the bat would like to see.
Yeah. Rachel, you've seen them for 3 innings now. Your impression of the battery out there for Hutt Valley?
The battery?
Pitcher and catcher?
Oh, pitcher catcher? Yes. Yes, they look like they have very good understanding. Even with the full counts, catcher looks like she's still got plenty of confidence in the pitcher that she'll keep it close. Keep it close. Give the batter make the decision whether she'll go for it or not. Because sometimes they're close, but you think I've got 3 balls on me.
Yeah.
I'll let it go by, but you know.
Kei te pūrei tuarua, Alexi Albert managed to get away to 2 there through play.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But you know, for you know all our audience watching out there, I mean, pitchers do such a good job. But really, what they're doing is controlled behind that plate by the catchers. As we see Rihanna Hill get struck out there, that's the 3rd strikeout of that inning for Bailey Simons, and she's in commanding form in that. So that's 3 up, 3 down, 4 up, 3 down for Hutt Valley on that one. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Okay. Let's go then, hey?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where the sun just bathes us in warmth there here in Southland. Surrey Park are in Invercargill with Hutt Valley taking on Auckland in the semi-final. Where it's 3-1 to Hutt Valley in this one.
Te huri pātua toru, runga nei, top of the 3rd.
Top of 4.
Aroa mai.
Top of 4, we've got number 53 out there, Dakota Simons, doing the batting, the lead-off batting for Hutt Valley, who showed in the last innings why they have come through their section as the top qualifier, number 1. After the round robin, there's a nice job done by the Auckland pitcher. Sian Masters out there to strike out. Dakota Simons becomes the first out. Bella Coxon will come up next and become a bit of a pitcher's duel in the last innings and a half.
Yes, the last 4 outs have all been strikeouts.
Yep.
We'll see another nice strike on the outside.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. That's cut right across that outside corner of the plate. Ended up being quite wide, but it's taken enough of the plate to be a strike. She's looking for that sort of area again.
No.
Nice work this time.
Ai, kua mau ki te pūrei tahi. Out. Caught it one.
That was a nice little catch at first base, but you would almost give that out to the catcher and where she called the location on that pitch.
Yeah.
That was superb.
And it was exactly where it should have been.
Yep.
And hard to get away those outside pitches.
Absolutely.
And if they're going to be called, you can't let them go by. So
the batter did what she had to do. She got something on it because it was going to go. Oh, here's a good hit. This time it's going deep. It's going deep. It's into the fence on the full. It stays inside. The runner turns at 1 and goes to 2. Beautiful piece of batting by leadoff Ivani Gibson. She shows why she's up in the stats too. 6'11" she's batting.
A tau te pāo, tēnā ka pānui tia te rautaki tamai tāmaki makaurau te awakairangi. It seems that with this change in play, the batters are quick to read what's going on and adjust their play accordingly too. Pai tēnei.
That says a lot for their skill and as well as their coaching. They have adjusted, especially from the first innings where Auckland managed to get them out. But since then, Hutt Valley gone back to what for them has been business as usual, and that's putting the bat on the ball.
And there's great contact on the bat there. Just another foot higher would have cleared that fence.
Few nui angari.
Bailey Simons in that swing was already halfway to first base before that ball got past across the plate. It was a real hard swing.
E tohi pai hikaka ni. Very excited to get that hit.
One and one on Bailey Simons in this one. Runner at 2 for Hutt Valley. She got the runner at 2 trying to read the signals, telling her where the ball's going to be. It's probably a little bit of experience beyond their age as well.
What's that?
What's that? Oh, well, the runner at 2 was just indicating to the batter that she thought the ball was going to be pitched on the outside. There she goes again. She does the change up this time to superb effect. That's a nice job out there by CM Masters to take the strike out. Oh, the ball went to ground.
Yes, and having to take the out at 1, but successful.
They did in the end, although Bailey Simons was almost back in the dugout. But that's the third out for her in the top of the 4th innings. No change to the score. It's still Hutt Valley that continue to lead by 3 runs to 1. And this game is going through very fast. We're just going to have a quick look at the screen for you that shows the magnificent weather we are enjoying here at Surrey Park in Invercargill. Look at that sunshine, folks. You can't beat that. It's a beautiful night for softball. But we'll find out more about that when we come back in just a minute.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had a couple of technical difficulties with our scoreboard, so we're happy to announce that that's been reconciled, and we're backing up and running and in full gear for the bottom of the 4th innings, where it's Auckland who will now come into bat, and they will come out to bat with number 8, Tiana Graham, to lead off for them. She should be a very accomplished batter. She comes in the 4th spot for Auckland, looking to get them going this one. Bailey Simons been impressive throughout the whole tournament. And there was a hard hit out to left field. Nicely fielded out there. She gets the whole body behind it. Throws it back in, but it's a safe stand-up single for Tiana Graham.
Pai te rata utu o te kai rākau o tamaki makaurau. It's a nice return reply to what Hutt Valley have been doing, getting that bat to the ball.
Number 19, Clover Alapaki, comes to bat for Auckland.
Woohoo!
Immediately
Pai te
drops
tiki.
the bunt.
Kua hapa.
And it's Rangitihi who comes steaming in from third base to try and pick that up. She couldn't do it, so the upshot of that is Auckland now with none out. Runners at 1 and 2. Auckland now exerting pressure on Hutt Valley, Rachel. Good to see.
Yes, and a nicely placed bunt there. Straight down to the ground, and it just sat there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ideal.
Would have taken a great play. A great play.
Number 5, Jessie Jackson up for Auckland now. And very much advantage Auckland so far in this innings with runners at 1 and 2. Put your coach's hat on here, Rachel, and what are the odds of another bunt?
Well, highly likely.
It would,
Given
think it would be the first
excess,
baseline, though,
given
wouldn't
the success so far, yes, needs to be on that side of the diamond, but looks like she's swinging.
Swinging for the fence too.
Hey,
a little bit early.
Yeah, that was a big swing there.
Yeah.
Probably just a little gesture of calm down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not what's required. There's a nice spot. Hayley Simons just unflappable out there.
So we know what she'll be doing now. 2 strikes on her.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, that's a nice job. That ball comes in on the inside third of the plate. It gets the batter looking for the first out. And the 4th strikeout in 2 innings from Bailey Simons.
Tōna Pānoki. Seems like Auckland might have just lost that spot.
Little impetus that they had, you tend to want a bat in blocks and go in 1s and 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had the opportunity there. You know, that's a lovely spot, and if you can find it and get the umpire to agree, it's very hard to hit that inside pitch.
It is.
Kairua. Strike 2, here it is. Oh, Anana.
This time the steal was on. She's come way down too far. She's involved in the rundown. She slides. She looks like she got under the... But she must have gone past the base. Jill Farquhar has called her out there.
Ai, ka puta. A tō tātou, Jill, we love our Jill. Murihiki nei, represents us well internationally with what she does here for softball. Very, very proud of Jill.
Yes, definitely. She's put in all the hard yards to get to where she is now. And
I've seen Jill at many tournaments over the years. And yes, she is definitely out of the top drawer, one of our best.
Kia ora.
I must say, I do talk praisingly about our Blues. I can't say enough about them, actually. I think they do, in this country, for our sport, a fantastic job.
yes, totally agree. Totally agree. Very approachable too. Any questions you have about rules or calls, very obliging. Very happy to explain.
Anō nei te whiu nui.
Quite often in detail too.
Te piu nui me ki, te piu nui. Sian oi, tēnei wā ka tū.
Sian Masters has just hit one deep into left field. That's going to score the runner from 2. She's come around 2 herself. She's heading towards 3. And she's going to earn herself a stand-up triple RBI. Fantastic piece of work by the Auckland pitcher, Sian Masters.
Ai rā te ahua ngā wari rā, making it look easy.
Well, when you hit the ball like that, it does, I mean, the sport does become easy, but, I mean, there's not much you can do about good batting, and that was really good batting.
No, it was a lovely hit.
So now it's Auckland that begin to exert some pressure in what is becoming a tit-for-tat ball game. Elise Harold-Farsi up the bat, number 27 for Auckland.
And a runner in scoring position here. There's 2 down, but a single through the middle.
There's that spot, and it's been called a strike. It's got several of the Auckland batters looking that one, and Bailey Simons has gone to it again.
tēnā ko te poihapa tēnā.
Some great movement there on third base.
Ai.
I think Sian Masters showed the way on that inside pitch, the way she turned on it there.
Yes, yes. And you get pitches like that, you can't do a lot with them other than foul them off.
Yeah, yep. This time hard, well taken at third base. Fires it across the diamond. It has to be taken on the hop, but the job is done. The third out is taken here in the fourth innings. That's 4 complete. This game has gotten as tight as it can get. 3 runs to 2 as Hutt Valley that lead by just a 1 run. Anything can happen from now, folks. Find out in just a minute when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this game has gotten very exciting. We're in the middle stanzas of this game. We're up to the 5th innings, and it is extremely tight. It's 3-2, Hutt Valley over Auckland. We're beginning to enjoy just how tense this battle has become as these two decorated provinces go hard at each other. Hutt Valley v Auckland, you usually don't get much better than this, and they are providing a great game as this evening sunshine just continues to bathe us in warmth. Loving it, absolutely. It's Maggie Shields up to bat. She got on base at her last at bat, so she's gone very well in this one so far.
Ai rā. Te rua ana poi, me ki 2 balls.
It's quite a potent top order for Hutt Valley when you look down that list. Just international representation there all the way down.
Yes, plenty of experience at the top there. They'll be looking to build on this lead and start off lead off on 1.
Me te hikoi.
When you're leading off, it's not how, just so long as you get there. And she's picked the walk and done exactly what she needed to do for Hutt Valley. Let's get herself on base. That'll bring to bat number 19, Angela Harrison.
Ka whai ai I te tiki Angari Kyle, looking there for the bunt, but didn't quite make it work. Tēnā, ka tatari a tamanui ka rā mo tēnei ona kēmu. The son's been waiting for this game. That's what he's been doing.
Yep, kept us guessing.
No hoki te Ngāri, ki te rohi hapa. Just finding the foul.
Bunt gets dropped this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on 1. Top of the 5th innings. Hutt Valley leading 3-2. This is Hutt Valley v Auckland. And Invercargill. Here we go.
Here we go. There's the plug.
Ka whai ai I te tiki anō, just looking again for the bunt ball. And she's dropping it really, really clean there.
She's getting it there, but you've got to get it out front.
Just a wee bit more.
Nice job by Masters keeping it away from her as well.
Yes, keeping it nice and low.
Yeah. Nice pick off by the Auckland catcher, Alapaki. Just shows that she's got a powerful arm.
No.
Keeping that runner on her toes. Letting her know that that's an option.
Yeah.
For Auckland. Not afraid to throw it round.
Well, that's just that when you throw down a 1, I mean, sometimes you get the out, but what you're really saying there is if you lead out too far, I'm going to have you.
Yeah.
And I'm watching you.
Yeah. So maybe take one step less.
Yep.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, one step back towards the base when you're leading off is one more step you've got to take at the other end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Koina te take ki a karo, I te kai oma, just preventing that runner. O tōna oma atsuki te pūrei rua, just keeping them off base too, engari akahi koe anō. So there's a walk for Angela Harrison there.
Just
base on balls for the walk.
Just an update on the other semi-final going on at the moment. Currently it is 5-all in the 5th innings. So a very tight game going on over there. Very exciting.
Well, you sort of think when you, as we see the bunt go into foul territory there, Craig's very much gone to the short stick in this innings. A little bit of a change. But when you think about, we're at the pointy end of the tournament now, where both of these games are going to decide the grand final. So you do expect tight games out of this end of the tournament.
Yes, true. And as a spectator, that's what you like to see. You like to see the cream of the competition and the best games come out now. So it builds up for a very exciting final.
Oh, he called that ball in. That was the nicest little bunt you'd ever want to see. The third base probably did the right thing and thought that ball might end up over the line, but it came to rest and not quite on the line. I'd love to get another look at that, but because that was an awesome bunt.
No, te pūrei kapi, and then there's caused to loaded bases.
Loaded bases it is.
Te pūrei kapi, loaded bases. Tēnō kaka, ahau, ki te mātakitaki tonu nei tēnei. Very excited to be watching this, ladies and gentlemen. Pai anō hoki. Tērā whiu a te kai epa, tōna epa me ki, and a wonderful pitch there.
Jada Walters rangitihi up to bat for Hutt Valley, and Rachel, you think about the strings out there at the moment that Craig's pulling as a coach. Just some tremendous decision making out there, I think.
Yes, there is, and a lot for him to think about at this stage with no outs, loaded bases.
Yep.
2 strikes on his batter. This could turn from being great at bat, or it could turn to being a double play.
Yeah, I was going to say, Auckland are looking for a double play.
Yes.
Hutt Valley are just looking for anything in front.
Yep. So everybody's on their toes at this stage.
And at this level, Jada Walters rangitihi, who I've seen for a few years at Hutt Valley, there's none more experience to do the job.
Yes, and she'll be out there wanting to be that person that pops it into the outfield.
Yep. Pressure on Auckland. Pressure on Auckland. Every time you get a pitch that goes past that and gets called a ball, that pressure, that little bit of pressure just continues to mount.
Tēnā ka whaia Sian Masters I te taua pūkoro. She's looking for that pocket.
She's gone high this time. And outside.
Seems to be the outside drop is that pocket at the moment.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Great at bat from Walters rangitihi.
Yes. Very controlled. Just waiting for that right one.
Oh, there we go.
Nah.
She didn't have a go, and that's a great job by Masters.
That's a great pitch.
Yeah, she pulled the strings on that one. Threw the change up, and it got rangitihi looking.
Just dropping away at the end, that pitch, and enough to put the batter in 2 minds.
Megan Stokes it is who's being asked to do the job out there now. And there's a great pitch from Masters. I'll tell you, the pressure she's under, you wouldn't know it the way she's responding.
Oh, she's just going about her work.
Mahi te mahi. Tēnā pai te.
Signals the intention to go hard at the ball.
Aye. Ka pā te poro. Definitely got hold of that. Nice flat.
Number 54, Megan Stokes. 3-2 to Hutt Valley in this situation. What would you think as a coach, Rachel, would be your minimum expectation from the outcome of this innings in this situation?
In this situation, one down, you'd
convert
as a
one,
coach, one minimum.
Yeah.
2 bonus. I feel in this situation, in such a tight game, 2 runs would be gold.
No, good call. I think I tend to agree. But the disappointment would be as if you don't.
Yes, and
there's a nice hit. It has gone through shortstop, and it is going to score the runner. And yeah, you had your crystal ball out on that one, Rachel. I'll give you that one. There's your one run. We're looking for the bonus now. Give you 100% on that one.
not so much crystal ball other than some terrible memories of the picture.
Tēnā, kua pānui pai te kaioma a Megan I taua. She read that pitch well.
Megan Stokes turned on that one, and it seems to be the hole for the Hutt Valley batters, that left field. They're turning on that pitch inside. Auckland are doing a little bit the same as well.
Yes.
It also says a lot about where these pitchers are trying to target. They're living on the outside, but every so often they're bringing one inside. Dakota Simons it is who comes up to bat, number 53.
And Hutt Valley, having scored one already, are still in that same situation as they were one batter ago.
Yeah,
Load
the
of
bases are
one
still
out.
loaded. Yep, bases are still loaded. The equation hasn't changed
No.
for Hutt Valley or Auckland. The only thing that's changed is the scoreline, and it's going to change again. Now, here's another question, this time for the Auckland coach, Rachel. Do you start looking at a pitching change? That's the third walk of the innings.
Even just a timeout. Get your infield together, just...
Good call.
Here we go.
And
Here we go.
Crystal ball time again.
Crystal ball, eh?
Yeah.
Well, even just get out there and tell a joke.
Yeah.
Lighten the mood, you know.
It's Leighton Hickle-Smith, the assistant coach for Auckland, come out to have a talk to the athletes.
Tēnā e pai tēnei hui, me kia nei ki te whakatau te mauri o te tima o Tamaki Makaurau. It's probably a very timely call just to bring them back to themselves. Nei, ki te au te aho e tahi I tēnei wā o te rangi, and at this time of day, just seeing a few Tamaki Makaurau players start to legs, just start to a bit of the makariri o murihiki nei kia penene ka awhi rātou I a rātou anō. He rangi roro atu. So keeping it tight now is very, very important for Tamaki to stay in this.
Yeah, and there's chins up.
Aye.
5-2, it's only top of 5. Still plenty more opportunities for them with the bat.
Kia kahara Tamaki.
That's a great comeback pitch.
3-run deficit in the terms of this game. We're in the 5th innings. That could be nothing. A couple of swings of the bat and it's all back on. But having said that, Hutt Valley are making a winning post of this innings at the moment. 2 runs they have scored. You would have to say, like you mentioned before, Rachel, that would be gold for them.
Yep.
Well, from now on, you're looking for bonuses.
We're looking at platinum gold here.
Yeah, platinum gold. Yep. We're going to run out of, rare minerals soon.
Yes.
Pai te wharinga te kai rākau mona e pai e tau mai ki aia, so it's very wise decision making there in the batter's box.
And that's the other thing when you see 3 walks, is that discipline in the batter's box from Hutt Valley's gone up a level.
Yes, they seem to have.
And that's the sign of a good team as well, is that ability to go at a level, then realise, we've got to jump. So up they go. There's a nice hit to first base. The out's going to be taken, but we've only got 1 down, so that means another runner is going to score. That's a nice job done by the batter there. She hit that into the right side of the diamond.
Aira. Kia haumare te hokina ki te papakainga, te kaioma I te purei toru, just allowing that third base runner to get home safely, no worries.
And well fielded over there on 1 too. She fielded it well. She took the out, which was necessary, and then was still looking to make a play for that double. So she's still, still looking for those doubles.
Yeah.
Still there.
They need
there
it.
to be
They've got to
taken.
get out of this innings. There's now 2 down. Hutt Valley have still got runners at 2 and 3, and they're back to the top of their order. And this is Ivani Gibson, who's batting 611.
They're very skilled, these players, here for the under-90 tournament. That was a bit of a wild one there.
But you look at the way Hutt Valley have played this innings, Rachel, and you think that Auckland got that score close, and then Hutt Valley said to themselves, we have to go to another level and really start applying our own pressure, and they've done exactly that.
Yes, and they've responded well, and after the second innings when Auckland got that 1 run up, they responded immediately and came back at them and put themselves on the board to make it 3-1. So they've responded each time Auckland have come at them. They've responded.
6-2 the current scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, and Hutt Valley really are just putting the nose to the grindstone and doing the work.
Ai, tika taha, Gary. Mai nā he tani whā e mui ana a tamaki makaurau me oho mai te tani whā. If Auckland's a sleeping tani whā, it's going to have to wake up.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
No.
Don't go poking the monster because you might make it angry. Well, I think it's the other way around. Auckland scored that run and they poked the monster, and Hutt Valley woke up. This time it's popped out towards first base and Falterio. It's comfortably taken out there. And after that whole innings where they virtually went through the order, it is 3 down, but Hutt Valley now with a commanding looking lead in this ball game by 6 runs to 2. Never over till it's over. We'll find out in just a minute what Auckland can do.
Learn Pūrākau. Explore Te Taiao. Ai mai! Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Power for winning. Your instincts tell you the Scots different.
The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken.
Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
With the minds of.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're just looking at a pitching change out there now for Hutt Valley as they stole in that previous inning a commanding lead over, won't say they stole, actually, it's the wrong word, isn't it, Rachel, because they professionally went about their business and took a commanding lead of 6-2 over Auckland.
Yes, they did, and you could see that the discipline in the box was there, despite they could have been 6 down, 6 up. The discipline was still there, which shows the professionalism and the experience, and they just keep playing no matter what the situation. They keep playing at that level that they play at in every game.
Well, I mean, like most teams in this end of a tournament, they'll have come in with a preconceived plan.
Yes.
So I would suggest they're probably sticking to their game plan. Be aggressive in the box, obviously one of them. Be disciplined in the box, obviously one of them. Keep your defence tight. I mean, these are all basics of the game for them.
Tēnā pē, he pātai tāku, Gary. Hei a te take ka hurihia te kai epa I tēnei o nā wā. This is a question for you, Gary. What would be the strategic advantage of changing the pitcher at this point in the game?
Well, I mean, the change of pitcher can serve several things, but I might actually leave that to our pitching expert, Rachel, to answer. But I suspect it could be a tactical change because Bailey's going extremely well. There's no reason why he couldn't have left her on.
Yeah, she is, and it's bottom of 5 now, so she's done 4 innings. There's 3 at this stage, barring a tiebreaker to go. So it just mixes it up. The Auckland batters may have just been starting to feel comfortable with Bailey there. So a whole new pitcher, a whole new style, different speed, different spots.
Changes the angles, changes the spots. Yep.
And you've just got to get used to it again and get comfortable with it again.
So we've talked about the decisions that Craig's been making out there, as the coach of the team, what happens. And then all of a sudden you see a pitching change. We saw him in that previous innings go to the short handle, i.e. the short game, and that paid them great dividends to 3 runs. And so, he's making every post as a coach a winner as well. Ooh.
Yes, and it keeps everybody involved, and, it is getting quite cool out tonight, so if you're out there running around.
And Notana, you made the point that the Auckland girls just look like they might have been chilling off a little bit, maybe heads down a little bit. Maybe if you've picked up on that, then maybe the Hutt Valley have as well in this time. And when you talk about Hutt Valley being a hard-nosed province, this is when they turn the screws on you. If they sense weakness.
But also, on the other hand too, like as an Auckland batter, you might think, well, I wasn't getting anywhere near that first pitcher. With another pitcher on here, I might have a better opportunity against this pitcher. She might throw things I like.
Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, Jada Walters-Rangitihi, who's come in for Bailey Simons, started her innings off by striking out the first Auckland batter.
Straight away we see the fruition of the strategy.
And you were seeing not only a change of angle, but she's also attacking a different part of the plate, and she probably comes in with maybe 1 or 2 K, a little bit more velocity than what Bailey had.
Yes, and a very fast arm action too, so picking that ball up from the hand will be something more that you've got to contend with.
Tēnā pia kai aia te epa maminga, most probably capable of change-up.
That one nice and low. It goes straight out to the shortstop who has a fumble on it, but has an extremely strong arm. Fires it across the diamond. Ivani Gibson, who is making every post a winner in this ball game as a batter and a fielder, to take the second out.
Great recovery there by the shortstop.
Ai rā, ako te hapa ko whiu tō tika ki te pūrei tahi. Despite the mistake, they managed to get it straight into first base. Beautiful.
Well, it went across the diamond like a laser beam, so.
And she would have known in herself, I fumbled it, but I know my arm. I can still get it over there. And she did.
Now that pitch not called a strike by Sam Meikle. It was a lovely rising pitch into just out of the zone. But you can see with the way Hutt Valley are using their resources, that they're just, they've cleaned out this whole game by the look of it.
Yes, and it's great to shed a load, knowing that if you manage to get yourself into the final, that your pitchers have all had plenty of time out there on the diamond.
Yeah.
Can bring in, as a coach, you can bring in anyone at any time, because they've quite capable of winning a semi-final.
There's that confidence to bring in
there's that confidence
and change it up. There's a little pop fire. It's into shallow outfield, and it's Lexi Albert Matthews who gets Auckland going. It's gone all the way to deep outfield, and she's gone around to second base, and that is a nice reply from Auckland.
Yes, that was a lovely hit into the green.
Tēnā kai hiki te wairua o Tāmaki Makaurau, nā tēnei. Hopefully this has given them a little more incentive to really focus, to really put it on the diamond.
That's a nice hit. Rihanna Hill comes up to bat, number 30. Let's not forget they were in 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the order. The lead-off hitter struck out was the bottom of the order, so they are getting right into the meat of their batting now. So, yeah. And that light has changed again.
It has. It's getting quite dull out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yep. It's gone from bright sunshine to very dull out there.
And me and my super thick glasses are starting to struggle to see way out there myself. It just goes to show, though, one hit can just spur a team on.
Yep.
It can get things going. It can bring everybody back up the level. And I think you think
6-2 is a decent deficit, but it's by no means unachievable if you start hitting the ball like Auckland just did.
Right up.
Nice pitch.
Ka pai rā. A tira ka hiki te tere a te epa a Jaden. Just put a little bit more heat on that one by the look of it. Oh, and that's a change-up.
Yeah, she gets the batter swinging at a rising pitch there. You know, as a pitcher, those ones are bonuses.
Yes, they are.
That was out of the zone.
Yeah.
And it got the batter chasing. She's never going to hit that. Certainly not cleanly. Oh, this time it's a drop third strike. There's no one at first. And there we go, Auckland take advantage of an error this time. Runners on the corners. 4 runs they're down, but here we are now, Auckland with 2 out on a 2-out rally.
Tēnā, ka whakamā te kaipurei tahi pia, hoiti, me tūtika, me matatū, those shoulders back, get that chin up, girl. Mahi ka harawa tū, get that flow going. E te awa kairangi, Hutt Valley.
Low and outside for a ball. This time it's Hutt Valley who are feeling a bit of pressure.
Yes, and the opportunities there for Auckland. Just a nice wee single up the middle. Keep things rolling.
From down as well, it's going to allow the runner to go from 1 to 2.
Ai, kona kaiama kai te purei rua, kai te purei toru āno hoki. Runners on 2 and 3 now. Mo tamaki makaudo.
Safira Schultz, the catcher, was never going to chase that runner.
No.
That was the one to swing at. That was a good swing, that, even though it fouled it off. That was a strike right in the middle of the zone.
Yes, and now that Auckland have runners on 3 and 2, it gives more opportunity for scoring. Scoring on just a nice wee punch.
Yep.
30 in field.
Very interesting times. It's Hutt Valley that are all in control. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. And she has hit it. It's gone out to third base, who's taken it. Fires it across the diamond. It can't be taken. 1 run scored. 2 runs have scored.
No.
And the runner has come hard into the base and been tagged out for the 3rd out, but not before those 2 runs score. And there, we talked about that before. They're not involved in the play, so both runs will score. So that's an excellent comeback by Auckland. They now trail Hutt Valley on this run by 6-4. We'll be back in just a minute.
I te ana koe mō tātai wa haere ka.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the bottom of the 5th, top of the 6th innings. Wow, there we go. How fast does that go by?
Kore makarona rātou. They're not here to muck around.
Top of the sixth innings it is, and it is Hutt Valley batting against Auckland, and Auckland who have replied to huge pressure from Hutt Valley, who got a great advantage in that fourth innings when they got 4 runs. Went ahead by 6 runs to 2 over Auckland. Sorry, 3 runs, and now Auckland have replied with 2 runs of their own. So keep the ball game very tight as we see Hutt Valley get a good lead off in this one.
Nā te hapo o te kai tū tika pia.
And it's number 21, a pinch hitter, Tate Hitter, who comes in to bat. And she came in for Bailey Simons, of course, who was the relief pitcher that was relieved by Jada in the previous innings. So a nice hit by Tate Hitter, number 21. Bailey Simons, it is this, it's Maggie Shields, who drops the bunt. It's successful. The ball's gone into the outfield. There's no one within Dewey of it. And Hutt Valley are going to score both of those runners. And there we go, how things can change if you just look away for a second. All of a sudden, it's 8-4.
That was unfortunate for Auckland.
Very unfortunate.
The play was probably on. As you have the left fielder backing up 3.
Yep.
As you know, as you do, as you would.
Backing up, it's your job.
Yep. Everybody went where they should, but bar the ball.
Well, that's our sport, ladies and gentlemen. Highly unfortunate set of circumstances. Somebody's unlucky experiences, somebody else's luck. And Hutt Valley took advantage of that to the tune of 2 runs. Now lead the ball game by 8-4 over Auckland.
Ka kairanga te kaya ko Tamaki Makaurau he hui. So just a bit of a conference going on. See if we can tau te mauri o Tamaki Makaurau anō. Me mihi tonu nei ki nā kaiwawao. E hui tahi anō hoki. Just a wee conversation between our esteemed umpires.
Yeah, they come out just to hurry the coach up in that conversation there. Also let him know he's had his 1 conference for the innings. It is Robbie Cardwell comes out to have a talk to his athletes, who are probably a little bit upset after that play.
Aye.
This goes to show how quickly things can change.
Yeah. Well, we were just lauding Auckland for the comeback they made, and then in the blink of an eye, with an error in the play, it's Hutt Valley who take advantage of it to 2 more runs. Got to get the runners out there to take advantage of it, and they did that in the first place.
They did.
Ka nui te rā pao.
Angela Harrison has lined one out to left field, and it's Hutt Valley who are starting to boss things around a little bit in this ball game.
Ai rā, tēnā ka hoki te mana ki a rātou mai I tērā Huripao, just taking control of that from that last innings where Auckland found a little bit of sunshine of their own.
We'd like to find a little bit of sunshine of our own at the moment. It's gotten rather dull out there. Number 1, Tangiho Nuku. Up to bat for Hutt Valley, where the softball is not dull. It has been electrifying in the last couple of innings. And a pleasure to watch.
Aye. Tēnō hari ko tēnei ki te mātaketaki, te keimu kai tēnei taumata. It's just a pleasure to watch the game at this level. Me mehi ka tika.
Yes, any softball's good to watch.
Oh,
nice.
pai te
This time the bunts drop down. He's adjudged her to still be in the box, so she's not out. One ball, 1 strike. Tangiho Nuku it is, doing the batting for Hutt Valley, number 1. Angela Harrison waiting out there at first base. Here comes the pitch. There's a big back up there, and she will be lucky to get back. And there we go. Auckland take advantage of that. It's sharp play by the Auckland infield.
Aira.
You said that before, Rachel, just a step too far.
Yep, and that's what happens, isn't it? I think...
hard hit, a nice catch. Good to see there's the fighting qualities of Auckland starting to come out. 2 straight outs on some fine fielding.
Yeah, looks like they're waking up.
Just some quick news from that Out of Diamond game, the other semi-final, Rachel.
Yes, just been informed it's gone into a tiebreaker, 5-all. So, exciting times over there in the Outer Diamond.
Canterbury will have their tails up because they were trailing in the game throughout the game, weren't they?
Yes, they were. So they've obviously come back. They were down 5-2, I believe,
at one stage.
In the fifth. So have fought back. Yes.
Great game going on out there in the Outer Diamonds. Counties Manukau, Canterbury to decide the other finalists. Both games undecided at the moment as they're still in progress. And the lights at Hutt Valley would take full effect if... Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no. Oh,
the eyes will adjust. It's not going to get dark for another hour. It's only 9 o'clock. 2 balls, no strikes. Hutt Valley continue to go to work out there. Number 35, Jada Walters Rangitihi, into bat. Also the relief pitcher, played third base for the whole game. She's showing her versatility on the diamond out there.
Yes, there's always a few cars in the car park that we can wheel up and light up the diamond if need be.
Tools in the toolbox.
Yep.
Bring them in, park them in behind the umpire. The fielders don't need to see.
No.
They're doing a good job out there in the dark.
Tēnā kataia, Jada ki te pūrei tahi. Jada safe on 1 and is coming in a designated runner. He went ka pai.
That's the 2 out rule for pitchers and catchers.
Tēnā.
So the previous out, Nuku, she'll come in to do the run. Megan Stokes it is who hits one high and hard out, goes all the way to the fence. We're going to see another runner come in as Stokes gets to 2 on the stand-up double with an RBI, and there's a ball that goes to ground. And Auckland in the field. The last couple of innings have just stopped doing themselves any favours as they're giving up 3 free bases.
Difficult play for Auckland with that superb strike.
Yes, that was well struck. Well struck into the gap.
And well, we tēnei wā me mihi ka tika ki a Sian Masters. She's working hard out there. And I've got to take my hat off to her fortitude as she continues to deliver.
Yeah, well, she's been asked to do the job.
No.
Safira Schultz comes into bat, who's been fielding the whole game at catcher but not batting. So once again, Craig Simons keeping the opposition guessing.
Yes, he is. He's playing this game like it's 0-0.
Yeah.
Which
it's
is
a
great,
final, you know. It's a semi-final, but it's a finals softball.
All right. Ko tēnei te keme mutuka mo tētahi ona tīma. It's going to be the last game for one of our teams here.
And you play it all the way to the finish line at this level, at this end of the tournament.
No.
You do. Many times I remember being up quite a few runs going into the 7th. And
watching that disappear.
Ending quite differently.
Yes. You know, we've all seen that happen.
Ka mau ngā wari te kaepa.
This time the out's taken at first. It's Schultz that becomes the 3rd out. She came in to bat for Dakota Simons. 3 down, 3 runs scored, 9 runs to 4 it is. Hutt Valley over Auckland. We'll be back in just a minute. Find out how we end this game.
So, bottom of
6, we're getting in towards the end.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ona mai ki tamariki hā.
Pai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it. It's easy. Free. Savannah. The new tune. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Bungana. Tuhura. Ona mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading towards the end of this ball game. It's the Auckland who continue to be under white-hot pressure in this game by Hutt Valley. They trail Hutt Valley by 9 runs to 4 and have it all ahead of them. We're in the bottom of the 6th innings, so we're not quite there yet, and they still have an opportunity to impact this ball game. So we'll see what happens. Number 19 up to bat for Auckland.
Yes, Auckland need...
Clover Alapaki, sorry.
Yes, Auckland need to start well in this innings and get someone on and give the team something to work with. Something to...
Well, we've made a little bit of light-hearted banter about the conditions out there, but surely the players are looking at it. It is gloomy out there. Surely that may start to have an impact on them as well.
Yes,
wow.
They have
Although
to...
when they make plays like that, nice catch, it doesn't really show it.
Yes, that's a great catch, and I guess that's where the green ball probably comes into great effect.
Yep. Imagine what those dirty white balls used to look like in these conditions.
Gosh, you wouldn't, they'd go sailing past you, wouldn't even know it'd been pitched.
For those of us who are old enough, ladies and gentlemen, to remember it. There's a nice strike from Walters Rangitihi. One down here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Number 5, Jesse Jackson up to bat for Auckland. Hutt Valley have looked extremely good in this game, but let's not take anything away from Auckland as well. They've managed to put 4 runs on the top qualifier in the tournament, which not a lot of teams managed to do. So not too bad a outing for them, but just a few too many errors.
Yes, I'd have to agree. Just in times when they're just coming back, they're just getting back up.
Well, errors, yes, but errors at the wrong moment.
Yes, and just when the confidence would have been getting back up there too, and it's probably just sort of shot it back down again with just small errors, nothing major, but damaging, I guess, on the scoreboard.
And then, of course, a team like Hutt Valley, you just need a glimmer.
Yes.
And they'll jump on it. Big foul down the first base line by Jesse Jackson.
Engari ka te pai, ka pā te rākau ki te poi. I think getting that contact can help just to sort of settle the batters, knowing that they're making contact there no matter of time. And pai ki te rongorongo I te umere I te tautoko a te tima I a rātou batsmen. It's nice to hear Tamaki Makau row again, making a bit of noise, getting a bit of steam up, just keeping that energy flowing. Karawai.
And let's not forget these girls are playing their 9th game in 3 days, so a lot of softball being played, so bodies will starting to begin weary. But the level...
Everyone who's experienced tournament play knows, that resilience that's needed to get through.
But the quality is still there, though. The level is still very high. We saw some great plays going on out there, some great batting, some great pitching.
Kaori rātou I whakātu mai o rātou nge. So if they are tired, they're not showing it.
Well, we've seen Bailey Simons pitching, and now we're seeing Jada. After day 2, the top pitcher was Angela Harrison. So we have not seen her on the mound for Hutt Valley yet either. So riches aplenty for Hutt Valley on the mound.
Yes.
Yep. There's a wild pitch that sees the runner move down to a second. Jesse Jackson.
Pai tana uma whanako. Just stealing that and no worries there through play.
Number 16 up to bat, Sian Masters. Helped herself to a triple at her last at-bat. So she showed that she's up for the fight.
Te pōturi o te tiu.
A little bit of extra sting on that pitch.
Just caused a little bit of a late response there from Sean.
2 balls, 2 strikes. It's still low enough for me to see the umpire's fingers. That's good.
Not for me.
Te raro rā. Te raipa. Just a low ball there.
Full count.
from Jade up.
Right, we've got a runner at 2. Auckland have shown that they can convert those runners. You got a full count on the batter. So let's see what happens here. And that's a great response from Walters Rangiti here. She strikes out Sian Masters for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Elise Harold Fussy, number 27 for Auckland, up to bat.
Tēnā te apa nei, o ina ko tēnei te akai e patua toru o te hikakarawa. If this is their 3rd pitcher, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Holy.
You sort of see the quality that she's bringing, and you'd be very loath to rank them as a 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So there's the luxury. Pictures, and we see they've let the runner go across the 3rd. No response there. That's to be expected at this stage of the game. They're focusing solely on the batter.
Yes, 2 down. Batter's all they need here.
Me te pono ki te ki, he te kapo haere nei, te pauri haere nei o te rangi. It is visibility.
It's definitely a factor now.
Is low, aye.
Yeah. You wouldn't gloss over that. No one seems to be focusing on that though from either team or from the officials. They're definitely intent on getting this game finished. And why not? You don't want to be finishing a game off at 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when you've got possibly a grand final.
And on the other hand, too, having the semi-finals played on day 3 means that the 2 teams playing in the final, they'll be fresh in the morning.
Yeah.
Normally you'd have a semi-final and a final on the same day, and maybe even a round-robin game. So whoever manages to make it into the final will be coming in after a good night's sleep and a good breakfast and be raring to go at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Ai rā, pai rai te whakatakotoranga o tēnei, o te whakataitai nei. I think it's been very well organised, and I do like the timetable running in tomorrow, especially tomorrow.
Yeah, it's in our tournaments, this is something you don't see all the time, and that's 2 teams playing in a direct semi-final or go direct to a final. Normally you get a top team direct to the final and then a consolation semi-final for another team. So if in effect one of the top 2 teams normally gets a life. And that's the direct, and you can actually end up with quite a long way into the final, where you win a game the night or play a game the night before, have to play a game in the morning, and then go into the same day's final. I think the boys have got that draw for them. Where in Pukekohe, the last I heard, it was Wellington who had gone direct to the final. That innings is finished, however, and we'll find out what happens in the top of the 7th innings when we come back in just a minute.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ona mai ki tamariki hā.
Ai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koriko! Kawada. Tanuchu. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Wokana. Tuhura. Ona mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the gloom here at Invercargill as we're getting into the late evening. It's a huge hit out to the centre field.
Top.
This time it's number 43 for Hutt Valley. And I'll catch up with it in a minute. We were focusing on something else there. But what a great piece of batting there. Hutt Valley have got a runner on 2 already in the blink of an eye as we just came back there. I'll get that number. I couldn't quite see who hit that.
just an update from the Counties Canterbury game in the first innings of the tiebreak. Counties have let loose and scored 8 runs. So
wow.
Canterbury will have a big battle in their hands when they come into bat.
Yeah. Number 22, Varney Gibson, has been placed on base by Auckland, and probably not a bad move the way she's been batting. But what that means with none down is Hutt Valley have now got runners at 1 and 2 with none out. Auckland wanting to avoid that power that Varney Gibson brings to her batting. There's the dropped bunt down in front of the batter. Not successful. Strike one.
Tino tata. Te tāua nei. O rātou taki te pōroi kei mō rā. I just find it's beautiful how their bunting is really dropping that ball.
Yeah. Right in there, eh?
Right in there.
Yep.
Ooh. Ko whai te tiki ngari
Another
kāo.
foul. And it just goes to show that you know, the versatility that Craig's bringing to the team as far as his decision going, because you've got the long ball out to the centre field fence, you know, followed by now he's bunting a batter rather than swinging away with a 5-run advantage in the 7th inning.
Yes, really mixing it up. And
yeah, he's mixing it up.
Yeah, but you could say playing to his players' strengths.
It's number 21, Tate Hitter, the pinch hitter from previous innings, who comes in for another at-bat. Who did a very good job in her at-bat in the last inning. It's just to compound things as we're in the final innings of the ball game, as Tate Hitter puts one out to the centre field. It's been fielded out there. She's going to come in to third base. It is Hutt Valley who have loaded the bags.
Anara, ano nei nā te pūrei kapi. Loaded base once again.
And if you were looking at a batter who's had 2 hits in her last 2 at-bats, that is a Maggie Shields. Oh, sorry, a walk and a hit. So she's having a great game.
She is.
Aye. Kare patu māmai ki tōna batting average, mate. Keep doing no harm to a batting average.
Absolutely.
And if you're Auckland, you'd be a bit concerned at this stage with none down and loaded bases.
Anō te whia ngari ngā wari te mau.
Nice play. She's taken the out at 1, but that's going to score the runner. 10-4 it is now. And Hutt Valley just continue to turn the screws on Auckland.
Anara. Anei Angela Harrison. Kei te papakainga. Ka karanga tama ki
Angela Harrison up to bat.
Mo te hui.
Conference time.
Aye.
Robbie Cardwell comes out to have a talk. Interesting one now, because he's going to talk to the umpire, and I would be willing to bet that he's talking about the light.
Aye. Ka timata te pataua te heke, and there's just, we wouldn't call it rain in Southland, just a high humidity feel. Te awanei, but it can affect, of course, as we all know, tēnei kēmu.
Other than that, he may have just been checking with the umpire whether the tag was laid.
Yeah.
From runner 1 to 2, which, from my angle, she could well have tagged her.
She did have a go.
But she did have a go,
I
yes.
thought her reaction in immediately throwing it to 1, it didn't look like she was successful. But
no.
No, got asked the question, you're quite right. Angela Harrison up to bat now, number 19. Big, strong, powerful. In this situation, anything could happen.
Oh,
and she lines one directly out to centre field. It's beaten the centre fielder.
Aye.
And 2 runs are going to come in to score. Two runs with 1 out. Harrison at 2. I'm struggling to keep up on my score pad.
Tēnā. Ka rere pai.
Number 1, Ngā Tangi Hau Nuku up to bat.
Ka rere pai te tīmana no Aotearoa Kairangi. they just seem to be just riding nicely at this stage. Really going with the momentum.
Well, you know, we've talked a little bit about the light in recent innings, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the Hutt Valley batters, so we'll go with the players. They're having no problems at all out there. There's another example of that, and Hutt Valley just continue to lay the sticks on the ball. This time it's lined out to centre field. There's a great throw, comes in from the centre field fielder, but not only was that a good hit, but Ngatangi Nuku scorched around those bases.
Yes. Yes, there may have well been a play at 2 there for the force, for the tag, but chose to go for the lead runner.
I think Craig will be giving the batters, especially in this section of the order, their heads now and swing away, please.
No. Kei runga rawa tēnā whiu. High ball there from Sian.
She's been a workhorse out there, and unfortunately now probably needed to be replaced about an innings ago. But she continues to throw good pitches.
Aira, ka tino whakatoa. Jada. I really got Jada stretching out for that one there. Possibly a misread from her, but well done there, Sian.
Yes, and it's you know, it's in this situation as a pitcher, and you've been in for the whole game, and you're facing a 8-run deficit. You know, well, full credit to her. She's battled on. She's been a warrior out there.
She's been a walkout workhorse for them throughout the tournament, and she's done well today.
Yeah.
This one's been hit into the dirt. It is Masters that fields it. It's going to score another run. It's also going to be an out, but that's 2 outs in the innings. As Angela Harrison crosses the plate for the 13th run of the ball game for Hutt Valley, who are now, well, we won't call them insurance runs anymore. They are all but sealed into the, locked into the finals berth. This time a nice pickup at third base. They keep calling us liars about the gloom out there, because we saw that just fine. 3 outs now. It's Auckland, who have one last roll of the dice to impact this ball game. We'll see what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want a chess champion, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
Often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
One ball, 2 strikes. And Rangitihi strikes the batter out. Number 13 up to bat, top of the order, Ava Prescott. But you got to have to give it to Hutt Valley for the professionalism of the entire performance throughout the now 7 innings of work they've had to do. 4th game of the day. You wouldn't know it from what we've seen out there.
No, you wouldn't, and they've maintained that consistency right through the whole game. Their fielding, their batting, the discipline. Just you can see they're well drilled, well coached, great discipline.
Kei te atu ina pūkena noa, just beyond natural skill. Ko te u, ko te kaha, ko te maia, ko te piritonu, ko te aroha, mo te kēmu kei runga nei nā. I think it's about all of the things that make champions.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There'll only be one champion after 4 days.
I know.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, they're not champions, but they are a champion side.
They're playing like champions.
Absolutely. Rangitihi actually looks like she's getting better. She came in and, Auckland did get a hit or two on her, but she's warmed up now. And this is the benefit of having pitchers of this quality come in at this stage to close out a game.
Yes, and she looks like she's just getting into her game. She's probably be disappointed that it's going to be finished, being the 7th innings.
If you have a look at our coverage, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't actually show how dark it is here. That actually looks quite bright, but I can tell you it's a lot darker than our pictures show. Camera quality these days is...
Colour grading.
Yeah.
Ka mihi ka tika.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Flies foul into the club rooms. Fighting qualities of Auckland were on display for 5 innings, but we have seen the foot on the accelerator from Hutt Valley in the last 2 innings, the last 3 innings, I should say.
Oh, toruna poi here. Te runa hau kai, so 3 balls, 2 strikes, loaded.
Yes, and Auckland being brave in their base running and their fielding, and just things not going right for them at the right times. And
There we go. The fighting qualities are still there, though. We've got the batter out there who's taken Rangitihi into a deep count. Ava Prescott's their lead-off hitter, so you'd expect her to be able to do that. But she keeps fending them off.
Yeah, this will be about their 8th or 9th pitch in this at bat.
In this one.
Yep. Just hanging in there, just waiting for that right one.
I've seen whole innings that were over in 3 or 4 pitches, so...
Economical for the pitcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like those ones.
Oh, te poi here, no. Yet another foul. Oh, te nui anō hoki on our pātu. They're not little fouls, they're going way over the
good
fence.
Piece of it.
Aye. Get one in the right direction and he pai mo tāmaki makauru.
She's got some talent with the bat. This time
there it
this
is.
one to centre field. A centre fielder goes back, doesn't time it well, puts it on the grass. And here we go. The runners come from 2, round to 2.
Aye,
stand up double.
And let's not forget, it's not all over for these 2 teams that do not proceed into the final. They will be playing off for 3rd and 4th at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Which
one of those teams will be Canterbury.
Yes, and the other.
Well,
we will
not quite decided yet, but
no,
it's
but
13-4. We'll see.
So still plenty to play for. Still another day tomorrow.
Ka tae atu ki te pūrei koinga, Alexi Albert Matthews.
Comes into bat, yes, for Auckland, number 15. Left-handed at the plate. Oh, goes hard at the first pitch. There's not a lot to lose by stealing that run of the 3.
It's a nice swing there.
Yeah, flat,
nice swing.
hard.
Yeah.
Ai, te nui te kaha o te piu. Alexi, he
nice
tohu.
pitch there, and that's the 3rd strike for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 7th innings.
Waiwera.
1 roll of the dice now for Auckland. The last nail in the coffin for the Auckland Challenge here in the semi-final. Good
Yes,
tournament for a young team.
Hutt Valley will be totally focused on this batter. Runner on 2.
Oh, the runner on 2 could just about walk home in
Yeah.
this situation.
Yeah,
You're
she
absolutely
just
right.
wander around
Yep.
and free pass.
Fouls that one back.
Nā, ka tai ki te tuanui o te Krapin Day. Ends up on our roof.
Still swinging hard at any of the pitches they can go for.
Ai rā.
Should have put those lights on half an hour ago.
Think we're all thinking the same thing?
There you are, Gary.
Thank you, thank you.
I thought you might be thinking we didn't have any.
Don't know well left.
Oh, you can tell you're getting to the end of the day. Everything's being packed up around us, including one of our cameras. I see that's already gone inside.
Yeah. And the sunblock.
So Russell's still
Not
here.
really required today.
Round on his quad bike, still taking care of our pitches for tomorrow.
There we go, and there we go.
And
It's all done, ladies and gentlemen. It's Hutt Valley. We move into that grand final. Fantastic job, a professional job done by them. And I'll start with you, Rachel. Give us your view of the whole game.
Yes, Hutt Valley looking very professional, very well drilled. Commiserations to Auckland. They started the game well, got the early run on the board.
Yep.
But just couldn't keep it flowing.
I'll just give you one more job, Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting Player of the Day for you, if you'd like to suggest one.
My player of the day would be starting pitcher, Hutt Valley.
Bailey Simons.
Yeah, Bailey Simons, batted, pitched, batted very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And just before I throw it over to Naitana to take us out, my own view of the game is that Hutt Valley, too professional, too powerful. Auckland, a couple of extra errors, and it might have been a little bit closer, but I think the best team won on the night. So congratulations, Hutt Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see them in the grand final taking on Counties Manukau, with Auckland progressing to the consolation final against Canterbury tomorrow. Both games should be absolutely stunning. For me, Gary Rahihi at Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, Rachel Newton, thank you very much for your involvement. I've enjoyed it immensely. Naitana Tane, I'll leave it to you to take us out, brother.
Tēnā koe e te matua. Nō reira e te tī, e te tā, koutou kua tautoko mai nei, kua mātakitaki kua āreare mai ki tēnei ona kēmu. Ngā mihi tonu ki a koutou e tautoko mai ana. Ko te tūmanako, ka noho pai kei te kāinga, me te hokina mai a popo mo te whai ngā toa. Mo tēnei te whakataitai poiuka āmotu mōna ko tiro i raro i te tau, te kaumaiwa. Hoki mai koutou mā, tino hikaka nai mātou, nō reira. Tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa.